Dallas Trinity take on top of the table, Brooklyn FC, and Brooklyn had it taken to them 6-0 to Trinity. There's been a little bit of slow start for Brooklyn since the long break. Meanwhile, Dallas has come out like on fire. I guess I want to open up the question first. Did the break hurt Brooklyn more, or is it was a situation of the break helping Dallas?
I think Dallas showed flashes of being this team before the break. Obviously, that was with Sam Meza in the midfield. Things have changed. They got Misimo in there. But to me, like, we always knew Dallas had this in them. Brooklyn, on the other hand, feels like they lost some of the organization. They didn't feel as steady. They were so good about organizing the 4-1-4-1 in the press, controlling territory, and winning knockdowns in the middle of the park. Dallas didn't let them do any of that. Credit to Pauline McDonald for some of the changes Dallas made formationally, tactically. But Brooklyn just seemed to step off. And I think, 3 games winless at this point, if I'm remembering correctly?
Yes.
A little bit concerning for their status on top of the table.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
It seemed like extremely disjointed from Brooklyn in a way that we just like haven't seen this year. And Dallas, it was, I mean, everything they touched turned to gold in a certain way, but they were on top from the very beginning, and they just never let go. Also, an interesting side note about this game is that I don't know if anyone was aware that one of the Sickos committee, if anyone follows that, was present for this match and was like, "Is this normal?" And it was like, very much not. This is not what people were thinking would happen.
Yeah, I think that one of the Sickos committees actually lives in the Texas area, so it was really cool to see that recognition on a wider scale. But I mean, we talk about Brooklyn having a slow start. They've now gone 3.5 hours since their last scored goal, since the restart of play. And honestly, this match really kind of reminded me of when Nottingham Forest had beaten Brighton earlier in the league this season 7-0. And it just kind of had that structure of everything that Nottingham Forest and then everything that Dallas did in this match just turned to gold. I mean, on the 8 shots on target, 6 of them found the back of the net, with Brooklyn just having the 1 shot on target for the game. You'll be curious to see the adjustment that Brooklyn has moving forward with Fort Lauderdale. And then on March 19th, they get to play Dallas again at home.
This, by the way, I just want to read out the goal scorers. Allie Thornton, of course, goals, obviously. You got Misimo, who gets one later. You got, Obugagu, I believe is how you pronounce it. You get Shepard, and then the one, of course, I've been desperately waiting for, of course, Cameron Lancaster to score. She was with California Storm last year, and she was one of their key players, and I kind of fired off the tweet last year. But seeing Cameron Lancaster score, I was just like, this is such a layup. I have to throw it out there. Like, this is just awesome.
We've all said it before. Lexington dropped the ball so hard by not signing both Cameron Lancasters.
Yeah. The cross-promotional opportunities are just off the charts. The run that Misimo made for her goal was like absolutely insane as well. Just wanted to call that out because that was one of my favorites of the 6.
She was unbelievably good in that kind of left half space pocket, roaming in zone 14. The way she was able to move the ball from side to side so quickly, never gave Brooklyn a minute to find their shape. I thought she was great claiming second balls. You saw why it was a big deal that Dallas poached her from the NWSL pipeline. But overall, yeah, like a complete team performance. They ended up putting up more than 3 expected goals and holding Brooklyn to 0.4, like a drubbing, no matter how you slice it. Oh, and shout out to our boy, Riley James, Goals TV, United Soccer Lounge, live on the pitch, seen on Peacock, interviewing Thornton, McDonald, and Amanda Vandervoort. That's, I know at least I have been on, Kaylee's been on, so shout out to him.
It's awesome.
And of course, from this match, Dallas puts himself with the best goal differential in the league, and crucially opens up a 4-point gap over Tampa Bay Sun for that final playoff spot.